Have a friend who has been larger than life her whole life. And now we know that you're Grammy nominated, and that's like at the top of your laundry list of email signature sign-offs now. And I remember Life is Masturbation, Do You? That was a good one. Sheba, Sheba if you're motivated. Or Sheba, Sheba if you're single. Or Love Sheba, Sheba if you're ready to move forward. So fucking impressive. And my favorite was, if you don't make a big deal out of yourself, then who will? And you always brought your own spotlight and entourage, and I'm surprised it took the Grammy so long to catch up. And of course, your poetry and your writing is impeccable. Maybe not grammatically correct, but definitely impeccable. And every time I watch you perform, I don't know if I should clap or literally bow. But seriously, you're a force. It takes someone truly special to get me in heels these days, in a fancy dress, in a different state, to spend 3 minutes on stage celebrating you. But you're not just a poet or an awesome friend. You're an experience. You're a whole vibe. And probably a fragrance line in the making somewhere in the future. But keep shining, Sheba. I would want to be nowhere else except right here making a big deal out of you. And it's because of you that I know what greatness looks like up close and personal. So I love you and happy birthday.
If you don't sit your Hallmark card reading ass down, it's a roast, and here she comes with all this sweetness. Sounded like the end of a Lifetime movie. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Sheba, when did you leave Detroit? Like, what was, you remember?
Yeah, I fucking remember. When did I leave Detroit?
Yeah.
You mean like when my parents put me in a youth home? When did I leave Detroit?
All that.
I was 15 years old when they put me in Wedgwood Acres.
What year was that?
Your mama's year. That's what fucking year was.
I was just trying to figure out, what year that the culture of Detroit improved. It would have been after when she was gone. So, the roast begins. Who's next? Who's next on the dais to give Sheba her wilted flowers?
I'm going to wait. I want to see what other people say. I just at least 1 or 2 more people because I want to know how far to go.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'll go, because...
Okay, this, from what I understand, will be your fucking barometer right here. This will be your, here you go.
Hey, am I supposed to...
I'm starting your timer for sure. I'm gonna give you 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Slam, okay.
All right. Maybe I should tell people who you are. So Liz is, as you heard, my very long-time friend, poet, teacher, and amazing person. This is Milena Joy. She is also a very long-time friend and athletic buddy.
And I'm not a poet. But ironically, I kind of did my roast in a little bit of a basic poem. So. Right. And I love you. I'm telling you that all night. I love you. Happy birthday.
Don't stand down there by bluesy.
Come on down. Just so we make sure that the roast covers the entire table. Just spread that shit out.
Yeah, buddy, what you want?
I've known Sheba a long ass time. Nothing gets to her more than being called bitch and poems that rhyme like every line. So, here we go. When Sheba asked for a roast, I thought she was playing. I mean, this bitch is so sensitive, it's truly insane. I've known her for a decade, so listen to what I'm saying. One time she stopped talking to me for months because I didn't give her a ride. When she showed up to the event, she told me, "Fuck you, Milena," and took off in stride. It was a running event, so she literally ran away. It wasn't until later I realized it was a matter of pride, because I showed up with another woman in my passenger side. But Sheba, if you wanted this, all you had to do is say it and I would have moved her. I've always wondered what it'd be like to be with a cougar. We met in the running community, but we all know her for running her mouth. Your new release should be called Sheba Got Something to Say. You just masqueraded it as the South. One thing about Sheba is she's always going to say what's on her mind, even if it's on a subject that she's not qualified. Y'all remember the time she ran for office?
Bars.
I once told her that my wife and I decided to open our relationship. She told me, "Oh, you're getting divorced. Is that what you meant?" I was appalled for her to give me this advice. Bitch, look who's talking. You've been married twice. So this is the last story that my ex-wife told me I must tell. If your stomach is as sensitive as Sheba, then this might make you feel unwell. We have ran miles all through the city together, through rain, sun, and really frigid weather. As runners, we really learn to push through, even if you gotta do number 1 or worse, number 2. Once we were running down the Beltline, while Ponce City Market was still breaking ground, and our glamorous queen, with her long lashes and bedazzled nails, had a log beginning to crown. She darted into an unfinished building and let it out all over the ground. Ironically, what is now known, a restaurant known as Dos Burros, that's where she laid it down. Everyone knows that Sheba is desperate to be a legacy in this ATL nation. Well, I'll have y'all know, Sheba is forever a part of Foundation. Happy birthday, Sheba. I love you. I love you.
And she finished under time, efficient. Have you ever finished under time when you were running? Okay, never mind. All right, let's go. We're gonna keep going. It's a roast. You can't respond. Listen, this is the opportunity, Dez, to say your shit. Of course, you'll hear about it like as soon as midnight hits. Ladies and gentlemen, from Durham, North Carolina, the tallest man in the room, Desana Hadu.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this out the way because, wow. All right. I have to say, I really didn't kind of know exactly what to do. When I got a text message, it kind of helped me understand a little bit more. And then I got a voice memo, and that kind of gave me some insight. But when I checked the email,
My God.
it kind of detailed everything. And when I opened the Google Doc, there was an outline, but it really was with the group chat, with everything. And then an IG group and a DM. But before we left, it was the carrier pigeon that arrived at my door after the certified letter that kind of let me know exactly what was going on. Y'all, one thing about it, when it comes to my dear friend, following instructions is extremely important.
Yeah.
There was a period of time where I couldn't get booked from here to Canada because I missed a show that Sheba threw, and I was blacklisted across the country. There's a promoter from Canada was like, yeah, bro, I mean, Sheba said, I was like, let me make this one. I was early. It was like I was on probation. I showed up a day early the next time I had to come down here for Sheba. It was like I didn't want to get violated no more. One of the things about it also is that my friend is one of the most honest people ever in life, all right? One of the most honest people ever in life. One of the first, I'll tell you, Sheba came down, was hanging with a bunch of us, and we were out at a party, and those of you who know Sheba for a long time, like Sheba tears the dance floor down, okay? She takes great pride. She will tell you about it as she's doing the moves. It's like a sports commentator as she's dancing. And so we were talking, and I was like, yeah, I do a little something too. And she was like, no, you don't. Problem was, we were at the party amidst everybody else when she said it. It's just, in honesty, Sheba's the kind of person that would show up to a T-ball game and talk about the kids playing in the game. That's just how intense this is. The other thing that kind of blows me away, now look, one of the things is I have to say that out of all of my poetry friends, because most of them look thrown away, but out of all of my poetry friends, I have one friend that I look to that inspires me to make sure I am on point whenever I go. And that is the person who seemingly has an unlimited photo budget. Hey, y'all know anybody else who takes the pictures this woman takes? Who is following her around? Why are all the lighting right? Why? There is a catalog on first of all, I just want you to understand what it means to show up to a poetry event and have to rethink your whole life. At the end of the set, when you find out that you don't wear high heels, you have not been out of the country, you have not flown you've not ridden in a train across Japan, you just start to wonder, what have you done wrong? And all you did was come to feel better about your life. It is like depression, breakup, and then you have this person who is just like, this is the greatest life I've ever lived in poetry, and you are all heathens and beneath me. But I have to say, I'm so honored to be here because what I can attest to is that if you are her friend, you are her friend for life. You know what I'm saying? QS is like blood in, blood out. You do not escape. She has been mad at me like 35 times and still she loves me and I appreciate that. The disdain, the criticism is harsh, but the love is intense. You will not have anybody ride for you like she will. Just as soon as she'll cut someone else. And she will do both at the same damn time. In high heels, perfect makeup, and probably do a photo shoot over your body and it will go viral. But I'm so happy to be here. I thank you. I wish you so much success because you deserve it, and I love you.
Well, I mean, to testimony, as a poet who has been on Sheba's Slam team a number of times, there's this thing that we do called group pieces. So a group piece is when you get up and you perform with someone. Now, many of us have been invited to perform with Queen Sheba, but not actually perform with her. So you're allowed to be on stage, just don't do shit. Matter of fact, take 1, 2, 3 steps back and just do some fucking dance moves behind it because you're not saying shit. Carlos and I had this amazing feature, I think it was in Florida, we were supposed to be doing a group piece. We had no idea, you know, we knew the words, but at some point Sheba just started doing the whole poem. Our lines, her lines, and we were like, you know what? We are the pips right now. That's when you realize you are not the star that's supposed to shine. So, you know, yeah, that's Sheba all day. Teresa, looked like you was about to stand up and say something. Your black ass. You so black.
What's going on, beautiful black people? I'm Teresa the Songbird. I don't know where your expectations are for comedy, for me, but I'm gonna need you to set them much, much lower to begin with. Because I know, like birds and roasted, they sound good as hell together, right? But the bird ended up getting cooked and then ate the fuck up. So, y'all pray for me while I do this. Yeah, I wrote a few things down to honor my good friend, Queen Sheba. Because Sheba has guided me and given me great advice over the years. From like, you know, the fashion stuff. Getting my undergarment game together. Yes, some of y'all you might have seen my black dress on You So Black. I look like a tight-ass butterball around the waist. Sheba. I would look like a busted bag of butterball around the waist without her. You can thank her for that. I appreciate you, Sheba, for that. And Sheba also helped me become a member of the Recording Academy. Yes, which I don't know if y'all knew, but they're recording. You clap, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We clap that. But applying for the Recording Academy requires a lot of writing. A lot of writing. So I'm calling Sheba. I don't know what I need to put on this part. I don't know what to put on this part. She was like, girl, if you do not work smarter and not harder and use ChatGPT to write that stuff for you. So I appreciate you, Sheba, for reminding me to work smarter and not harder. And I use ChatGPT to write this roast tonight. So tonight we are roasting. Priming, competing, having a birthday party, a listening party, a barn raising, a fundraising. This is an event that goes to show what adult ADHD can do when it is repeat performance. But not unlike this show, Sheba is also a multi-hyphenate. She is an author, a poet, a comedian, a rapper. I don't know if y'all ever heard Sheba rap. You ain't missed nothing. A runner, a professor, and also apparently like a time bender or a shapeshifter. Because we are celebrating your 50th birthday. I don't know That's what I'm trying to figure out. What part of Sheba's body look like it's got 50 years worth of miles on it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I don't know if y'all knew this, but Sheba did take a little time off to have some maintenance done. And Sheba, I must honestly say that you look exactly the fucking same as you did. I don't know what these folks did to you. They put your ass to sleep and woke you back up and stole your money. It was a scam, boo. It was a scam. That's BBL money wasted down to the drain. Let me tell y'all something. When I get my shit done, I'm getting these back wings clipped back. I'm getting me some no bra titties. I'm getting me I'm getting a rack of teeth across the front. Y'all gonna know. When I'm gonna pop out all the way brand new. I ain't doing all this Sheba. I guess you could have did this in a day. You took weeks off to do this? That don't make no sense. But honestly, you do look beautiful. Y'all give it up, because Sheba does look beautiful, right? And I feel like we family, so I can tell y'all a secret, right? Sheba is the closest I have ever come to a lesbian relationship. Yeah, I know, I'm telling y'all new things. Y'all like, ooh, what? What's going on? What's going on? Yes, I have been hot and sweaty and up close, inches away from Sheba's queendom. Now, was that because Sheba's Grammy dress weighed about 2,000 pounds and took 2.5 people to put on, and the bitch had to crawl under her shit and hoist the motherfucker up from underneath so we could sew her up and she could get to the red carpet in a timely manner? That might be true too. That might be true too, but that don't take away from the fact that Sheba's garden smells impeccable. So kudos to you, my friend. Before I go, I just want to say, it takes a lot of balls to do this type of shit. You've always been, and I've told you this in private, you've always been the kind of person who's not afraid to live their life very much on Front Street. That's a vulnerable, awesome, brave, scary, dumbass thing to do. I don't know why you would offer yourself to us like this to talk shit about you, but we appreciate you for who you are. If you looked up fucking class act in a dictionary, I swear to God, your face will be right there next to those words. You are a wonderful human being. I love the fuck out of you. You deserve all your flowers. Happy birthday.
All right. Joyce, just get yourself together, Joyce, and have you come on up. Talam, you ready? The one thing, like, there's a list of accolades that Sheba is. She's a writer, a runner, actress, all the things. But I think the most that you don't like to tell people is that you're a full-on grandmother, like, all the things. Huh? All right, Talam Macy, everybody. She can't say, go put that goddamn mic down. Put it down, put it down, put it down.
I'm just going to introduce who Talam is to me, that's all. So Talam is my official mentor. He introduced me to this game 23 years ago. So I actually met him in Baltimore, for those of you who know, actually through Lamar. But Talam saw something in me and we were friends for a while until we weren't.
There might be something new. I think we've pretty much been friends continuously throughout the years. We've done business together, so I've produced a couple of CDs, 2 or 3 CDs. So we had beef, very, very brief beef, over the production of one of her CDs. After I heard what everybody else said, I was like, well, damn, I really didn't have anything that, like, impactful to say. Like, when she was talking about you running and having to go to the bathroom, I was like, I don't think I would have said that, right? And then Teresa talking about how good you smell all over. I don't know anything about that. I have a friend who used to do coke. Not her. I never saw her. And we'll get back to that. I had the opportunity of watching a singer in San Francisco who was a local favorite there, who became someone pretty famous today. If you want to know who it is, ask me later and I'll tell you. But I remember like they had like Babyface and them come to see her, and she was gonna get signed, and they didn't sign her even though she rocked the house like she normally did. And their answer was, their reasoning was, she wasn't a star. And I had never heard anything like that. Like I didn't know what that meant. Like what does it mean for someone to not be a star? Like you weren't, is it intrinsic? Like you have to be born that way, right? And then I met Sheba. She cleared it all up. Sheba was a star from the moment I met her. I never saw anybody like her. She is wild as fuck. When I told you I had a friend who did cocaine, the interesting thing about him was he would always put it in poems, or he sometimes put it in poems. And he wanted me to put that on like my CDs and stuff like that when he was talking about doing coke. Sheba and I had a friend named Michi. And Michi was upset because I didn't put Sheba in a memoir I wrote about my life, right? And the reason why I didn't really discuss her was because I didn't want to tell crazy stories about Sheba. Very similar to how I didn't want to put my friend doing coke on my poetry CDs. You follow me? Are y'all with me? Because I have these weird dreams where like I'm just talking to crowds and they're not really there. Really? You hear me? Okay. So what can I say about her then? The way I met her, like she said, was through a friend of mine who thought at the time that he was like, I don't know, he thought he was like a player or something like that. So he brought me to Sheba's house to do a performance. And he left me there because he thought that she and I would just keep each other entertained, because his master plan was to take her car from, where was she at? Norfolk, Virginia. And he just wanted to borrow it. And I kept looking at her the whole time, like, does she realize this dude is gonna drive like all the way to New York and everything? Like, he's gonna take this car forever. So, what have we seen since we've been together as friends? It's my time? All right, I'll just tell y'all one story. That'll save me from telling y'all some crazy ass stories. The one story that was the craziest to me for the start was, she was an incredible organizer. I don't know if you know this about her. She's put together some of the biggest poetry events I've ever been a part of. She's somebody I respect as a poet and as somebody who produces giant poetry events like festivals. At one of her festivals, when I was married previously to my second wife, Sheba decided she wanted to take a shower. Sheba ran the entire festival, right, in a hotel, which meant she knew pretty much everybody staying at that hotel. For some reason, she decided she wanted to take a shower in our room, out of all the rooms in the hotel. So I decided I'll just slip out. I stepped out, I came back, and my wife had all these crazy stories about how Sheba was walking around the room naked. I can tell you more stories along that vein. I'm going to cut it short in the interest of time. Thank you all for listening to me, and thank you for making me realize that I'm actually here with people who can actually see me. Thank you.
And I'm going to go ahead and get right up right there. Sheba has no problem walking around butt-ass naked. No warning, just like she had a shirt on, comes back, no shirt on. Why are you acting weird about it? Nigga, where's your shirts? Y'all tell me which one you enjoy.
I really contemplated, because I'm 50 today as my actual birthday, to do my feature later in my bra and underwear. I really contemplated on it, but I didn't want y'all to be uncomfortable.
Well, thanks for the warning this time.
Yeah, I thought about it, but now I'm like in a relationship and have to be respectful, so.
That part. Thank you. Look. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all, real quick, real poll, real quick. Big Luther, skinny Luther. Much like the many Luthers, there are many Shebas. There is the shaved head Sheba. There is the natural curly hair Sheba that pops out. And then there's this nigga at the end of the table. All of these Shebas show up very different. Let me tell you about the first time I met Sheba. It was the shaved head Sheba in Florida. There was a poet doing something, and then there's another white guy who said the N-word. Did not know who this woman was, but all of a sudden, what the fuck did he say? I was like, that light-skinned girl is angry. So I know when Sheba is in shaved head Sheba mode, there's a lot of anger and real aggression. But this mode, I like it. I like it. Too many costume changes for me, but I like it. Joyce Lytell, radio legend. Y'all put your hands together.
Because I was not given a text, and I've been in her company, what, several times, didn't tell me S-H-I-T. What that spell?
Shit.
So I don't have anything written. I'm going to have to speak directly from the heart. From the first time she cussed me in Charlotte, North Carolina, when that was my first time I toured Passion and Poetry for the very first time. Didn't know shit, and I was just winging it. And I did not put Sheba in a hotel. She brought her little happy ass back to Atlanta and told me. And I listened to her ever since. Now when we do shows, I call her up and I say, who we need to work with, Sheba? And she gives you like 15, 16 people. And all of them are damn good. And I'm like, Sheba, who the hell? I'm not having 15, 16 people. And she's like, well, Joyce, all of them are good. I wouldn't give you anybody if they aren't good. Hell. I mean, you know her. I mean, I love you. And then she talks about her dog. What's the dog name?
Charlie.
Charlie. So she was like, I'm going to bring Charlie to the radio station.
You didn't say no.
But you didn't ask. She said, I'm going to bring Charlie to the radio station. She did. Is that an ask? Help me, is that an ask? She brought Charlie's ass to the radio station. I told her, you and Charlie got to go. But I love Sheba. I remember when we came back and started doing Poetic Moments, she had talked to me about a year earlier. It might have been a year, maybe two, about bringing the show back, and she was going to be the host. And at the time, my manager at the time wasn't feeling it, but then we convinced him, and she came back and hosted the show with me. I even felt so comfortable with her, and I loved her so much that it was time for my 63-year-old ass to sit down for Passion and Poetry and turn the reins over to Sheba and Malcolm Jamal Warner. And I appreciate them taking those reins and doing what needs to be done to keep Passion and Poetry alive. Now, I had mentioned to her about touring again. And as my brother mentioned here, she had notes, she had emails, she had everything about how to do this show. And I'm like, okay, Sheba, I'll work on that. But when you tell her something, be ready. You cannot tell Sheba what you're interested in doing if you are not ready, because she's going to come with it. She's going to come with everything you need. She's going to come with the people that you need to do it with, and how many social medias, and how many posts, and everything that you need. And I'm like, do you see this gray hair in my head? I don't move that damn fast. But thank you, Sheba, for including me in your life and doing what you do for this poetry community and helping all of us out. And my brother, you are responsible. Because had you not done what you did, we wouldn't have put up with all this. So I want to thank you, though, seriously, for bringing her to us and we embracing her as we have. I thank you, Sheba, for being a friend of mine. I thank you for always answering the call and coming with more than what you asked her to do. I thank you for that. Continue to celebrate 50. Continue to celebrate many, many, many years of life, of poetry, and doing what you do. And continue, I hope, being my friend.
Love it. Joyce, what kind of dog was it that she brought?
A German Shepherd.
Of course. So you know Sheba.
A big-ass German Shepherd. And then she said, it's just a puppy.
She has never owned a normal fucking dog. If you know Sheba, she's owned a German Shepherd. I feel like there was a pit bull in the mix, a Great Dane 4 times. And the dogs will go everywhere. I remember the first time she brought her, I forgot where we were, but you brought, what was his name? Spirit. Was 13 feet tall. 700 pounds, and thought he was a puppy. And she was like, he's just playing. That dog just ate someone. He's not playing. Hugging Lana's dog. Has anybody ever had a phone call with Sheba? Ever been on the phone with Sheba? So you know, Sheba will talk and it's rapid fire, but it's all poignant and on point. The one thing Sheba doesn't know how to do is say goodbye. And I don't mean like in a it's so hard to say goodbye kind of way. I mean, this nigga does not know how to say goodbye. She will talk, and be like, all right, I gotta go. Okay, bye. Like it's a race. Have y'all experienced the okay, bye? You be like, and you're still on the phone like was that it? And you'll feel like, hey, were we done? She was done. She would have been done. All right, do we have anybody? Okay, we got one more. Let's come on. She, how many tattoos you got? For a grandmother. I mean, I want to know how old that is. Okay, is she ready? It's a roast! Everybody here is being very nice to you.
They are.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what I was gonna ask. Is this a roast?
It's a roast!
It's a roast.
Please!
So this is my friend Melissa Scott. She also goes by DJ M. She was on Love and Hip Hop, or was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Doesn't count.
Huh?
Doesn't count. Erase that.
And then, okay. And she and I have been curating our gay Black Pride weekend brunch for 17, 18 years now together.
That's right. Are your parents here?
No, I have a spiritual mom who's here.
Perfect.
Miss Sandra. Her name is Miss Sandra, right?
But this is the thing.
And her real daughter is right there, so.
That's a roast. All right. So I met her parents named her Beth. Y'all know that, right? AKA Becky, AKA white bitch that gives the best head ever. Okay. Allegedly. Okay. Anyway, so I met Queen Sheba at a restaurant that I own. It's allegedly. All right, I met Queen Sheba at this restaurant that I owned on Marietta Street, and I met baldhead Queen Sheba, all right? And she walks in, I'm having a great time, the place is packed, and she walks in with her sponsors, and she's like, this place looks great. I want to do an event here. I'm like, perfect. But she starts telling me to lay the land, but we're gonna change this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, do that. And I'm already that shit, so I don't need to do anything here. But I'm like, as she walks away, I'm like, yeah, I'm not working with her. Like, I don't like this lady, right? She comes back, like 3 months later, and she's like, I want to do an event with you. I said, listen, my venue does not play party and host to your type of people. What type of people? Straight people that are nasty to gay people, okay? I totally missed right over my head that she dates women, okay? So I'm like, we don't work with your kind of people, all right? She's like, what are my kind of people? So anyway, she gives me this great situation. She's like, all right, I'm gonna bring this band in, these singers, etc., etc. It's only $1,500. I'm like, perfect. Now my fee's only $4,000, all right? So now for me, now my budget is what? $7,000. That's actually why we're not gonna be a city winery, right? Because your budget is $3,000, everybody else is $1,500, right? Okay. So Queen Sheba to me has always been like one of the most amazing, vibrant, I never told you this, but I think you are so smart. I think you are so pretty. I like big Queen Sheba, but I like little Queen Sheba too, all right? But this is one of the most amazing people that I've ever met. I always feel like when I work with her, I'm gonna walk away making money, and I make money on my own. But I always feel like whenever I see her, she's gonna bring something to me that's gonna elevate my platform to like the next level. Queen Sheba, you're an icon, you're a legend. You're Grammy nominated, soon to be Grammy winning, Queen Sheba. Looking forward to that thing that you put on tonight, all right? But I just came here to say I love you. Didn't write shit. None of the other stuff happened, allegedly. And that was it. I love you.
Think of it that way. I thought some heat was gonna come from that. So I feel like, Shave, if you've known Sheba long enough, you've been on her journey of sexuality. It is a fucking journey. Shaved head Sheba was never gay. Curly head Sheba, thinking about it. This nigga down here, full on lesbian. It is wild. But love is a spectrum. Much like Sheba's ADHD. It's all over the place. So roast. Speaking of roast, I got one more. I'm gonna bring this one out. She is a legend in the city of Atlanta. poet extraordinaire will call you a hoe to your face. But he's also my co-host for the evening and roaster. Y'all give it up for the incredible George of Me.
Oh, I go in the front.
Come on with all that damn dress. Too much dress.
Hey, y'all.
Too much dress.
The thing I call, y'all don't talk about how raggedy Sheba is. Ain't nobody call her raggedy bitch. I'm the first one.
Yep.
Let me tell y'all about this bitch. This bitch tell me, we in Miami. And she says, Georgia, I'm too old for this calling each other bitch and hoe. We too old for that. You do that when you're young. I say, but my bitches and hoes with love. She was like, no, I don't do that anymore. I said, okay, Sheba, I won't call you a bitch or a hoe no more if you don't say bitch or hoe no more. Within 24 hours, she was like, I don't like no broke hoes. Do you hear what I'm saying? That's Sheba. She'll tell you what she don't want and then do it to you. She's one of the sweetest people. A lot of people don't know that though, they can't tell. But so we in LA, because you know we universal bitches. You know what I'm saying? We in LA. And I have this really horrible habit. I smoke Newport Longs 100 Cadillacs. You understand? So all these earthy hoes in LA, vegan bitches and shit, they like, Georgia, no, don't smoke. We love you. Sheba come right on in. It's okay, she gonna die and I'll get all her gigs. That's what that bitch said. Oh, y'all ain't been telling the truth. What y'all been doing up here? I'm late because I had to be right, because this bitch would have ate me up if my hair wasn't right. I got my makeup done by Dave Bird. Okay, so for Sheba. But this sister right here, y'all know I'm telling the truth, those of you who know her, you know what I'm saying? But everything that Sheba does truly is in love. No matter how hard it may come. You just got to know that there's some love deep in there. But every time, a couple of years ago, I had a battle with cancer, and who saw me more? Sheba and her other half. They was at my house probably right after Rewop and Megan. These are two of my other best friends. And y'all probably gave me COVID. I really feel like y'all did. I really feel like that, you know, I'm already recovering and these hoes make me sick, you know what I'm saying? But I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. No matter what we go through, I will always be here for you. Anytime. Am I right? Am I right?
You look amazing.
Thank you, I had to make sure, because
Yeah.
who say prom? Goddamn, what is this? A prom? I had a good time in my last one, even though I ain't getting no dick, but it was good. I wasn't like the other fast hoes, you know, they was fucking on prom night. We went bowling. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's what we doing tonight. She be going bowling after this, you know what I'm saying? Good kids. But it's my honor to be here for you. You deserve this and so much more. Thank you for everything you've done in the spoken word genre. Thank you for everything you do with your business acumen. Thank you for everything for how you show up and show out, not looking like a broke ass poet. That's why they don't want to pay us. Cause these hoes look like they got some greens on the stove somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They don't look like they're a performer. Me and Sheba show up. They know a star's here. You feel me? And of course you Bird. Let me see the titties out. Yeah, she got the titties out. Okay. You gotta use your assets, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is.
Teresa, is that the dress that Cardi B wore to the awards from No, you look amazing. You look beautiful. I think she wore that to the Grammys is that from Fashion Nova?
Hey.
Look at him calling out
Georgia
brands.
talking. Just because it's your fucking birthday don't mean you get to talk.
And then she gonna call it out. Don't say Fashion Nova, bitch. Don't say that.
It's from the thrift store.
That's better. You don't know what the designer is, okay? That shows that you have class and style. Fashion Nova shows you have $20. You know what I'm saying? Like just, it should be hidden though. It be hidden for all the machine buyers got here, okay? And let me tell you, I shop like a billionaire. Timo is my friend, do you hear me? But anyway, that's not what we up here for, okay? We here to honor, roast, Ain't nobody saying nothing about you being built like you can knock down a whole sideline. Nobody ain't saying nothing about your strength. Ain't nobody talking about her strength.
Feel free.
That girl got a back like, what's the nigga name? I can't think of him now, but you know, you strong. That's how I'm gonna say that. You strong. And then she run, and then she, oh my God, what don't Sheba do? If Sheba come across something that, she's like, you know I color now. And then she makes it important. I'm having a coloring party to release all your aggressions and our demons. Bitch, we coloring. It's coloring. But anyway, okay. Is that enough? Because I wasn't even supposed to roast y'all. I'm supposed to host. I told her I wasn't roasting.
No.
Because I'm not mean. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to be mean. But that's all. I ain't got nothing to say. I love you, I love you, I love you, Leo. I will follow you to the ends of the earth because I know you're going to get us paid. So, that's it.
Yeah. Y'all give it up for George and me.
Does anybody else in the audience have a story? We got 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. Anybody?
While you're contemplating, she
I know half of y'all don't even know who I am. They're like, we're here for.
Tell the truth. You got a story where she looked straight through you. You know how many stories I have of people who's like, she would look straight through me, and I've met her 7 times.
She does this thing?
Oh, no, she do the fake. The fake I know you. Hey! It's like, bitch, I met you 9 times.
I love it when she calls you and you tell her about a price for something you did, and she'll be like, you're undercharged. You're not paying enough. But it's not like an encouraging thing.
No, it's a shun.
Yeah. Stupid motherfucker.
Exactly.
You out here fucking up the money. Yeah, that's it. You out here fucking up the game. Does anybody have, this is the one rare time where you get to tell a story and she does not get to, yeah, you raised your hand. Come on
now in the red dress, come through.
This is Mia Robinson. She owns a nonprofit organization that helps people with sickle cell.
If this mic comes where she's at, are we gonna have feedback? Yes? No, we're good?
You can talk to him all night. His name is Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Happy birthday, Sheba. I just want to tell this. I don't have any roast or funny stories like that, but I do want to speak to the sweet side of Sheba. I came to a poetry and versus hip hop event with my friend here, and my friend actually convinced me to email Sheba because we were doing like an open mic for sickle cell, and I was like, this is bomb, let me email her. I didn't even think she was gonna email me back. So when one of you said, you gotta be ready, I was not ready. But she reached out, we talked, we were able to come up and share sickle cell information, give out shirts, and I just wanna thank you for that exposure to an illness that's very invisible. I have sickle cell myself, so I really, really appreciate that, appreciate you for giving us that platform, and I love you so much.
Give me this microphone, your life-saving, surviving ass. Sit down. You wanted a roast. You got the microphone.
Greetings.
Greetings.
How you doing? Happy birthday. Queen Sheba, the lady who always does it top tier, very competitive, strong sister. I mean about her business, not business, but business. You feel me? We have an interesting relationship. We do.
That's very colorful.
But I really respect Sheba. I mean, and it's the small things sometimes. And she called me every year for my birthday. I don't care if it's a text, whatever. She happy birthday. She's a busy lady. And so that means a lot, you know? And I had to come represent, show my face in the building, and salute you. Love you, King Malachi. You know what it is.
King Malachi, appreciate you.
I thought he was going to tell the story.
Hold on.
We're going to tell that in a documentary.
For sure, but I want to say I'm going to speak in generalities. So this is not a response, but I really appreciate that. I know y'all don't know us or me and Malachi's relationship. I'm gonna speak in generality. Sometimes I'm not perfect. Everybody say, oh. So, the last time Malachi and I saw each other was 3 years ago. The Apache closed. 4 years. When did Nipsey Hussle die? Okay, so we saw each other that day, and I'm just gonna say I'm not always perfect, and I was unkind to you that day, and I am very sorry, and I love you, and I appreciate you.
This ain't what this is!
I love that shit, oh my God!
Oh my God!
First of all,
Hell is freezing over right now.
y'all just saw Queen Sheba give an apology, which is the wrong fucking time for this. This is a roast! Malachi, you better eat that shit up, but that's not what this is! It is a roast! Oh my God.
I'm gonna go a little bit farther. For him. Let me tell you, I was unkind to the point of being disrespectful. Malachi was about to kill me. I mean, and what is awesome, he's a Leo too, right? And you know how you can feel someone staring at you? I could feel the heat, and I knew I had fucked up. And I was like, oh shit. And what was so gentlemanly of you and mature, even during that situation, he says, Sheba, come here for a second, and tries to talk to me calmly, initially. But what did I do?
Turn it all down.
No, I didn't curse him out. I didn't curse him out. I did something worse than cursing someone out, which is I acted like I didn't care. And that was the wrong thing to do. And I'm very sorry. Because I do, as long as it's in general. Yeah, of course, yeah.
To be honest, I completely don't even remember.
Ha ha! You didn't have to do what you just did, because he didn't even remember. Ha ha! Roast!
Psych, I take it back, psych.
Is someone recording
I
this?
remember
This is a
this. I
monumental occasion, okay?
And I'm very proud of you, Sheba. I'm very proud of you.
Sheba is the living embodiment of a Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah.
First there's sour, and then there's sweet.
That's very
And it's her.
Anybody got anything else to say?
Sheba also got us suspended our first year of Slam because she wanted to protest and we all followed behind her not knowing what we was doing. She is a
In
ringleader
front of 3,000 people.
and instigator. She told the city of Albuquerque that they had no home training. Remember earlier when I said Sheba has to respond to shit? That is classic Sheba responding to some shit.
It was Kanye and Taylor Swift. Excuse me. I have to say something right now.
Yes.
It was Lil Mo on stage with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
Yeah. It was Kanye interrupting Taylor Swift. It was all of the things. I think we're almost ready, y'all. Give it.
Lil Mama.
Okay. Talk louder for one. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm Sandra, and I love Queen Sheba. I love Beth Sheba.
Government.
This is a roast.
Oops, she was gonna roast him.
Are you crying?
She was gonna roast him.
Ain't no crying in the roast.
Crying in the roast. But go on, because you got it. Let's go.
I cannot roast her because, what can I do? She's happier than I've ever seen her. And I have my biological daughter. And I only had one daughter and I always wanted girls. And I used to tell Sheba all the time that, and I tell her too, that if I wish I had a daughter like Sheba that was like me, because this daughter is everything I'm not.
Ouch.
And Sheba is everything kind of like I am. The bad parts.
And there we go.
Accuracy. Roast. Roast on, mama, roast on.
But she takes everything that people think is bad and turns it into gold.
Okay.
That's her gift. She curses, she's gay, she's honest, and it works. Like golden works. And I'm so proud of her, and I love her, and I wish I had the boldness in my life that she exempts in hers. She has excellent people around her, Georgia May, and this one right here, that should have a Grammy. Teresa the Songbird, I know her name. We had a conversation, I told her, you should have a Grammy for that poem that you wrote. But I am, you know, I'm not roasting you, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy, and thank you.
I love it. I love when our elders speak to us in blunt truths. It's all the things, my daughter is the most beautiful thing, all the good things that are in this world. This nigga up here is all the bad parts. But she spins all the evil into gold. And she was like, and